Is Sylvain. So originally I'm from France, but you may not see it, from outside, but deep inside I'm Vietnamese. Um, I've been living in Vietnam for 7 years now, and so I'm founding partner for Officience. And for those of you who wonder, yes, I can speak Vietnamese as well. So I'm gonna start very right to the topic. So give you a little overview of the company, some facts and figures. So Officience was founded in 2005 from two French founders, originally Vietnamese founders, French Vietnamese, French Vietnamese. Currently we have a little over 250 people working for us. Our biggest and main location is Vietnam, in Saigon. So we have two offices in Vietnam, two sites of roughly 120 people each. And we do also have an office in Paris. Currently we have 10 people working for us in Paris. It's mostly consultants. Most of our customers are French for the time being. We do have a few American customers as well, but most of our customers are French. And we think it's really valuable to have consultants on site to accompany the projects and to ensure smooth communication and smooth project management. In terms of customer base, it ranges from small, medium companies up to CAC 40 companies, so the French stock, basically, French stock exchange. So you may recognize some of the names. Orange is maybe the most famous, whom you may have already heard about. But a few names have recently been acquired. So if we take Ariba for instance, so we work for Ariba, we've been working for them for the past couple of years. They've been recently acquired by SAP. So basically we work for SAP as well, and Neolam, which is a French company, which very recently has been acquired by Adobe as well. So I guess you know Adobe as well. AXA, which is an insurance company, and a few other smaller companies, BNP, which is a small French bank. We have very few customers in Vietnam. I would say that roughly 5 to 10% of our revenue comes from Vietnam, lower than 10%. But the biggest one is FV Hospital. The last aspect I want to talk about, general facts, is so we dedicate a lot of time to training our people. So I'll talk about this a little bit later. But that's one important part of our company, is that we spend a lot of time in training people, and we believe that we have a huge role to play in helping people develop themselves. So basically that translates into 10% of the time that people are spending on training. So it can be outside training, inside training, self-learning, in front of class, and so forth. So that's for the company in general. So why Vietnam? Very quickly, because we've already covered that part. So Vietnam, very little country, very dynamic, young country. GDP is growing, though a little bit slowing down lately, but still growing very fast. A lot of foreign direct investments. In terms of offshore, Vietnam is significant as well. There has been some studies lately from Thailand showing that Vietnam is growing as well, just behind maybe India and Philippines, as an offshore destination. And of course, the country itself, so the government is also working towards bringing more business inside the country. So very quickly, I'm not gonna talk much about this. I guess you know why you're here, basically. So to move forward, this one is an important part. I want to talk a little bit about why we developed, why we created Officiance. We believe two things. The first of all is two main ideas behind the creation of Officiance are. First of all, we believe that as a company we have a huge role to play in the Vietnamese society to make Vietnam famous worldwide, and also to develop people. So we believe that we have a very strong role to play in the Vietnam economy. So we take this very, very seriously. We have we talk a lot about Vietnam. It's deep in our culture, deep in our values, deep in our company. That's the first thing that we believe in. The second point that we believe in is that globalization. We believe it's a positive thing. I'm French. French are very pessimistic, especially when it comes to globalization. They say, people are stealing our job, China, India, all this. So outsourcing has a very, very bad reputation in France. Very, very bad. But we're here to change that feeling, especially for French customers. We're here to show them that outsourcing can be a very positive thing, that globalization can be something positive, and we also play that role. We take it very seriously as well. We believe that France can develop itself and can actually benefit from the globalization. So these are two things that we truly believe and that guides our company. So behind, of course, at the end of the day, we still need money, but these are our causes, our value. These are why we created the company. I want to talk also a little bit about the way we work, our approach. It's really important. There are two main things I want to talk about here. The first thing is how a project will develop itself with us. We have a very practical approach to all of the projects that we handle. So we are here to of course, to provide a service, but we are also here to learn a little bit about the customer, very, very practically, very naive. And so we start with a few pilots, and once our customers are convinced that they can work with us, then we move into more deeper phase, so into a run phase. That's when customers are really satisfied about us. And then after 1 year, 2 years, once we've been working with the customer very seriously as partners, we'll move to a step which is very important to us, which is where we want to bring innovation to the customer. So we believe that your outsourcing partner is not only here to execute what you are giving to him, but also to bring to you innovation, the latest IT trends, the latest marketing innovations, business analytics innovations. So that's the role of your outsourcing partner. That's what we believe. In terms of relationship with our customer, we are looking at partnerships. So again, I'm talking about this again. We're not really fan of the lift and shift approach. So you take a team from France, you put it in Vietnam, and you leave it there, and you don't talk about them. You don't talk with them. They're doing their job. It's very good. We believe in a more partnership, hand-in-hand approach with a very regular discussion, and we are here to really to as a, let's say, win-win relationship, and to develop your business with it. So what do we do? Our services ranges from very basic content management, so that can be data entry. This is a copy-paste kind of task, OCR, data mining. At the other end of the scope, we do development, a lot of SharePoint, not the database or repository kind of shop, and of course the more advanced with the transactional and so forth. In terms of web, we do e-commerce, so Magento and so forth, and in the middle we do all services related to business process outsourcing. So I've listed a few here. It can be many things. It can be ordering management, inventory management, but basically any process that includes Excel files being thrown here and there. Anytime that you're wasting on Excel, copying and pasting data here and there, that's where we can excel. Last but not least, just 30 seconds. Last but not least, I've talked a little bit about the people that we have in France. I want to highlight this a little bit again. So we do have a team of consultants in France. It's very important to us to be near our customers. So I know we're in Singapore, but it's not a big deal. Vietnam is just 1 hour away. So it's very important to be near our customers, to accompany them towards their offshore journey, if you will. Offshore is not that simple. We heard some questions about how you manage the relationship and so forth. So it's very important for us to have people on site to be with our customer on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and so forth. That's it for me. Thank you very much. Do we have questions?